Thank you. Challenges in construction project. So why do we call challenges? Why are we not calling it as problems? What's a problem? What is a challenge? Can somebody tell me any difference between a challenge and a problem? Why do we call it as challenges? And why don't we call it as problems? I want it to be an interactive session. I am not going to be talking in one direction. So if you don't know what is the difference between a challenge and a problem, we are into a problem. So that's a challenge by itself. So can somebody tell me, anybody who thinks he knows what is a challenge and what's a problem?
Problem is an issue which is not solved by anybody else before, and challenge might be, solution might be there, but it's a challenge for the team.
Anybody else? When you have a mathematical problem, do you call it a mathematical problem or a mathematical challenge?
Not a problem.
So why is it a problem and not a challenge?
Construction industry is a time-bound and we have a lot of sequences to work.
So why is it a challenge and not a problem?
Problems have a solution, challenges need a solution.
Good. I think you are close to it, but anything is a problem. The challenge for you is to solve that problem. That is a challenge. So problems are there. We come across problems every other day. So we don't want to look at it as a problem. What we are saying is don't address it as a problem. You have a problem, but the challenge is for you to solve it. So if you have got problems in any walk of life, you have problems. So we come across problems, but we need to. The challenge is how do you solve it? There are no problems, only challenges. Okay, so that we have to understand. Basically, when we are clear about what is a problem, what is a challenge, so the perspective in which you look at the challenge that you come across or the problem that you come across, whole perception changes. So you have to look at it that way. Unfortunately, civil engineering industry is the only industry that has had the least amount of innovation. You're sweating, you want the fan? No, you can come up. I'll take you through that also. Again, these are others. So there are no challenges. You can't look at it something as a problem. They also say, if you have a grain of sand, if you hold it very close, you can't see it. If you hold it far off, it's a grain of sand. So that's the way it has to. So we are going to talk about what are the challenges in the construction industry. Most of the people think challenges are only during construction, but challenges are there at every stage of the project. All construction projects go through the following phases in their life cycle, which all of you may know by this time. So we have to go through the concept phase, we go through the design phase or the tendering phase, execution phase, the finishing or the completion phase, of course is also called initiation, planning. So in a construction project, most of the perception is that it is only during the execution phase that you have a problem. The problems are there from the very beginning. You have challenges to solve that. So the challenges are always there from the very beginning, but maybe minimal. So if you were to draw a graph and say how it goes, the challenges increase as the execution phase comes in. So let us look at the concept phase. Some of the challenges in a concept phase would be even selection of a viable project. So if somebody says that he has a project and he wants to start one, a lot of people come to us and say we have money, we have land, we have everything, but what is a viable project? Should we have a residential project? Should we have an IT project? Should we have a commercial project? Should I have a hotel? See, there is a stage when people were all going in for hotels. Suddenly they saw that today even in Bangalore, you must be knowing, you get 2 pages, 3 pages of advertisement for the residential apartments. There is a glut. So you got to know what is going to sell. So that itself is a challenge. So you have consultants who tell you do this, you do that. So viability of the project is also discussed. Selection of a project site. So once you have say that you got a project, it could be other way. You could be having a site and a land with you, but you don't know what sort of a project you have to put into. But you have the money, you don't know which site to buy, where should I buy a site. As a matter of fact, that has got an influence with the state government also. I don't know how many of you are aware that quite a lot of industries moved away from Bangalore. The other day you must have heard Amazon talking about going to Hyderabad or Telangana or whatever it is, and quite a lot of industries that were focused in Chikbalapur area and north of Bangalore shifted to Tamil Nadu, because Tamil Nadu's the rules of laws for changing of the land use is much easier than what it is in Karnataka. So even that becomes a problem. So that is a challenge for you. So you will have to have a challenge and see how do you do that. Of course, for you youngsters it may not be, but if one of you is an investor, yes, you will have to look into those things also. Next comes the selection of suitable architects and engineers. So you've got a complete gamut of architects who are specialized in particular things. So I always say that there's a difference between blacksmith and a goldsmith. Both are smiths, but a blacksmith uses a different set of tools and a goldsmith uses different set of tools. So what a blacksmith does, a goldsmith cannot do, and what goldsmith does. So the scale in which the one operates is different from the scale in which the other operates. You may also have seen you have a concept architect. Quite a lot of people get a concept architect who just does the concept. There are people who are specialized in town planning. So they give a concept of a town, they give a layout plan, and then it is taken on by somebody else to do the detailing. There are some people who are specialized in detailing, and you have people who have done only resorts. Quite a lot of our own guys who have had land, etc., to select architects and engineers, they go to Bali. So Bali has got good research, so let's go and see, get the Bali architect or get a Sri Lankan architect. You do have people here, but still that itself is going to be a challenge for you to select a proper architect. You also have to be careful saying that if you were to select an architect, is he aware of the conditions that are here? Is he aware of what needs to be done in this country? What are the rules and bylaws? What are the availability of materials? This is another challenge that he's going to have. I have added this agreement between clients and vendors, terms of payment, because we as project managers have come across architects and engineers terms of payment not connected to the deliverable at all. I mean, I'm sure how many of you have not faced drawings coming on time? How many of you have not faced? You don't have issues that you get all drawings on time?
Till now it was fine, sir.
How old are you? Okay. You will have to come across. So, people, generally the problem is that you don't have drawings and details on time. So, why shouldn't we have an agreement with the architect saying that your deliverables are connected to your terms of payment? You give me architectural drawings, good for construction, up to a particular level, you get your fees. Similarly, structural drawings, you give me so many levels, you get this. Plumbing drawings, electrical drawing. This is one thing that I have found is not connected. He will just give you some sheet of paper saying that I make so many drawings. He will say 5% on concept or 25% or 30% on concept. Then I will give you this drawing, that drawing. We don't know how many drawings are there, what drawings he is issuing. So those people who get involved in that, I suggest that you do have some sort of a terms of payment connected to the deliverables. Whoever is getting into an agreement, it has to be connected to the deliverables.